Hello, Taurus. Welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a general reading, so of course everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, and Val 53 Tarot should review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. I was going to say, Taurus, hopefully yesterday's reading didn't spook you too much. By the way, I wouldn't stress out or I wouldn't worry about it. More specific, I wouldn't stress out or worry about them. Not a problem. All right. Ooh. You know you have to. You know you have to. And there they are. Yeah, and there they are. Oh my goodness. There they are next to each other on top of the deck. Only a specific Taurus out there will know what I mean. They're like this at this point, energetically entangled. Too close if you catch my drift. But jumping into this, Taurus, what you're showing me, it's interesting. There's a lot of happiness, and I feel like what you're saying is a lot has been brought to the light. Things have risen to the surface in a sense, and you're showing me that whatever these problems, these issues are, you can no longer deal with them. You don't want to deal with them, even though you know you have to deal with them. You're also kind of looking for answers and solutions as to what to do to kind of leverage this in a better direction. And ultimately, you're kind of like, I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know. All you know is I cannot deal with these problems or issues anymore, but I need a solution. And you're kind of showing me, it's like, well, I'm doing what I can right now to keep things going, keep things running, keep things being smooth. But ultimately, even though you are doing what you got to do to keep things going, you're kind of showing me it is energetically taxing and exhausting to the point where I'm not even too sure if I want to do this anymore. At the same time, I do realize I kind of have to pick myself up, drag myself out of bed, and do it. Goodness gracious. Nothing like yanking your own chain, huh? You're like, what's that called? I forget what the word is. A wheel in the machine, or a cog in the machine. I don't think cog is the right word, but I think it's just more so a wheel in the machine. A gear, if you will. Like everything falls apart. If one gear goes out, all the other gears stop turning. Yeah, you're stressing. You're stressing. This is regarding responsibility. You have a lot going on for yourself. I feel like, though, even though you move, interesting, you moving forward with this, you're on track. You're on track, Taurus. So there you go. It's an energy of responsibility. It's kind of like you are who you are. You do what you do. You take care of what you got to take care of. It is what it is. Sometimes that's going to take you in areas unknown. It's going to take you through dark places. It's going to take you through some situations that make you very uncomfortable, but you're showing me responsibility, requires you to go through this. Oh, geez. At the same time, you're also realizing, like, you know what, I just feel like something's done with. I just feel like something's done with. I'm trying to, once again, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know if that's an energy of, like, you kind of, like, not necessarily giving up, but it is what it is. Kind of feels like you're just trying, you're just tired of trying to figure out why something's doing what it's doing. There you are, Taurus. Really? Really, really, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't worry about them. I wouldn't worry about them. Don't know how the dynamic has shifted and changed, you know, since yesterday, unless of course they watched and listened to that reading as well as you did. But you're showing me it's like you're doing everything you absolutely can to kind of find a different path, find a different road, find a different route. You're doing a lot of digging, Taurus, and you're finding something here, which is good because that means, you know, you dig, you find. I don't exactly know what that is, but it almost seems like it feels like it's with someone else, someone that's in a very, you know, similar, I'm not gonna say this is a coworker energy or coworker vibe or colleague, but it's definitely someone. Maybe that's what it's all about, is you're finding someone who does similar work, similar content, and maybe in a similar niche, similar situation with work, finances, career. Whatever this opportunity is with them, you're kind of showing me like, I just don't know about this, but I also have the realization of, you see it, how do I say this initially? You see this as they could be like, not necessarily a savior, but they could kind of offer you something. But at the same time, you're also kind of having the realization of like, maybe I better not. Touche. Let me focus on the relationship or the connection instead. Okay, which is nice and energy. There's definitely a genuine connection there. But ultimately, you're kind of saying, intuitively speaking, you're not 100% happy or fulfilled with them. And that's what's interesting, is there's definitely some sort of communication between the two of you taking place. And you're kind of like, I just need to focus on myself. I just need to focus on myself and figure some things out. Oh. But I feel like whatever is being talked about, yeah, there's definitely an exchange there. There's definitely an exchange there. It's like catching up with one another. Interesting, catching up with them. But you're definitely sitting with and digesting and processing everything that's being talked about or communicated between the two of you. And that's what's interesting, is it definitely kind of helps you get back on track with yourself. But at the same time, you're like, okay, it's like this very uplifting energy. It's like, I'm not going to say that they inspire you. It's not anything like that. It's kind of like, it's not even in motivation even. It's just like it's like a leveling. Like, you know what? Let's level with one another and figure out what's going on to figure out how to keep things moving forward. It's interesting because you ultimately, you're looking once again for some sort of answer or solution as to what to do regarding what you got going on for yourself. And even though you got some sort of plan in mind, you're kind of still saying, well, I'm not too sure, but here I am. And so let's kind of just see where this goes. Okay. So of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with a water sign, an earth sign, a fire sign. And that is all. Goodbye.